Hey guys, so this is another first impressions video. This time it's for Bastet. And first of all, I want to apologize. I've been late with videos lately, but it's because I've been actually even more sick than the last time. But now I feel better, so let's start doing videos now. So anyway, Bastet, a lot of people have been underestimating this hero. A lot of people have um, thought that she's not very useful, but she's actually very useful. And we're going to talk about that in a second, but first let's talk about her ability. Heals all ally heroes, restoring HP equal to 43% of the caster's match HP. Grants Ritual Dance for unranked heroes, excluding the caster for 3 turns. Ritual Dance restores 32% mana instantly and restores additional 50% mana when defeating enemies with a skill. Can trigger up to 1 time. So a lot of people are going to underestimate these abilities. Restoring 32% mana instantly is incredibly powerful. That's like 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 stones worth of mana right there if you're a slow hero. So this ability straight off the bat for an average hero, that is pretty crazy, guys, for sure. And I've been testing this, and the restore 50% mana when defeating an enemy, that is pretty nice as well. If you time it right in wars and things like that, it's devastating many times, especially for Thor. Thor is always killing heroes, so if he does it the second time, he fills up by half, and he's slow, so he's gonna go off a lot faster as well. So if you time it right, you gotta time it right. You gotta attack the hero, make him weak as like half weak, or you have to be strategic with that. Have one weak hero, and then one that's not that weak. But if you hit him the second time with Thor, he'll restore 50% mana for the third time. So it's pretty crazy. So in other words, the third time being able to, guys. So anyway, let's talk about her awakenings here. Her +1 enhanced ritual dance. The hero with this buff restores 50% of lost HP when dealing skill damage and restores 3 mana, including Bastet, when red heroes take damage. Can trigger up to 5 times each turn. So this one is an incredible +1. I've seen it in action many times now, that restoring 50% of damage dealt. That's pretty crazy. But the main one is restoring 3 mana, including Bastet, when red heroes take damage. Triggers up to 5 times. So this one specifically, that for 3 mana, I've seen a lot of heroes have it like on +3. So giving that +3 to every single red hero on your team is pretty crazy. So they take damage, they're gonna gain 1. It's pretty crazy, guys. So just by that, just by this, is 100% worth it to actually give them that. That's for sure. You won't regret it if you get the +1 here. So +2 is the usual 10%. +3 is she goes off and she pretty much becomes 20% a little bit faster there. She's not going to become a fast hero, but definitely faster than the average for sure. And with this types of heroes, you want her to go off as much as possible, for sure. And even giving her mana weapons and things like that. So this is going to help out for sure. And the usual 10%. So now to +5. It's when casting a skill, turns 3 non-red Naya stones into red ones. For the defender, 20% mana. But you're never gonna want her for the defense. But turning 3 non-red Naya stones, this ability, a lot of people are mad about it, are underestimating it a lot. But it's a really good ability. And the reason is that many heroes have been getting like these special stones, like they create damage, they do this and things like that, but they don't give you that much mana. This one will give you straight off mana, normal stone damage, stone mana. I mean, that's what you really want with a hero like this, to create stones, to create mana. There, so for sure. I know that at +5 you expect this to be wow, incredible. But remember that you're already getting 32% mana, and you're gonna get 3 extra stones to make her go off even more. So yeah. So this is it's not groundbreaking, but I definitely would love to have her +5 because I love to play her. I would love to play her with Colette and my red team. So with Colette, that's gonna be pretty fun there. So anyway, yeah, I definitely recommend getting +1, but +5. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so let's take her to arena. That's where hopefully I can get a good testing here. I think I already have a good testing here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about it while we do it. So let's do it a little faster here. So you check here. See, these two reds here are slow, but they need just a little bit more mana to actually go off. I'm gonna kill a few here to show off how much that actually works. Come on. Alright, one more. Come on. Alright, so let's check this out. She goes off, and all of a sudden your two slow heroes are ready to go. So that is pretty... Just by that, that is 100% worth it. 100% worth getting for sure. So yeah, definitely. So that's the main thing about her. So just to give that extra nudge that those powerful slow heroes you use are needing, that's definitely something that I do recommend on getting her. Even at +0, that's the fun thing about Bastet. You can get her +0 and she's ready to go. You can use her on your red team. Another very important thing that we have to talk about is if in the beginning of the intruder boss, they're gonna show you like a little image. I'm gonna put it around here. Pretty much telling you that she'll give 100% base attack to every single red hero you have on your team when you're fighting intruder and valor bosses. That is pretty crazy, guys. So yeah, some people have been complaining that they're making heroes to fight the intruder boss and valor boss and things like that only by that. But if they're gonna make it like that, you just get the hero +0 and you get 100% base attack for everything. Yeah, that is a lot. A lot of people that I've been talking to, they say, okay, my scores have been getting a lot better ever since I got Colette. Bastet. Yeah, I'm always thinking about Colette, huh? So yeah, just by that as well, you have to definitely try to get Bastet. 100% base attack for every single hero in your team. That is pretty crazy, guys. And it's gonna help you get the chest every single day, which is pretty important. And most people usually get the new hero to +0, so that's fine, in my opinion. So, my final first impressions on Bastet is you can definitely try to get the +1 if you wanted to get her a little bit more, because this one is pretty powerful. People are underestimating this a lot. The +3, it's nice, it's good to have, but it's not like, wow, I have to go, you have to go for broke to actually try to get this. No, that's fine. You can leave her +1 and she's gonna be pretty functional. If you want to get her to +5, very nice. That's very good ability, actually. A lot of people are hating on it, but I think it's a really good one. Especially if you're giving her a mono weapon. And finishing off pretty much finishing off the figures that you actually need on the board to actually get extra mana for other heroes and things like that. So that's really nice. But you can leave her a +1. +1 is a very good +1 ability for sure. Alright, another thing that I want to talk about is her weapon. Her weapon is a very peculiar weapon. It is RNG. It's 33% RNG. 33% RNG. That gives 70% damage to weaker element, but to Bastet 140% which is a little overdrive, 140%, but she is a hero that doesn't do any damage. So it does make sense to raise her stone damage to 140%. But for other heroes that are, for boss and things like that, 70% weaker element is not bad. Not bad at all. It's actually important to note, actually, but since it is RNG, many people may not want it, and since it's going to be cleansed with the bosses, But it's definitely something to take into account. This is pretty nice. 70% is pretty high, for sure. So that's for her weapon. And yeah, I really think that Bastet is a really good hero, for sure. Any hero in the game that you can use it at +0, I always will recommend, because everybody could have access to her. So yeah, I definitely recommend getting Bastet, guys. Alright? Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.